I think I watched that and Free Guy like in the same weekend or something.
Ugh. No thanks. Why do I have to watch this movie? I don't give a shit. I never have. But I don't play music and I don't care about music films. Let me tell you, I've never walked into a Scream movie with high expectations. Not a single one.
Well, I do want to hit a couple of surprises that I saw this year. Did you guys have any movies that surprised you, that were better than you thought, or movies that you didn't even know about that you saw, that you watched and you were like, holy shit, why isn't anybody talking about this movie? I will just throw these two out there. I watched RRR, the Netflix film that's out currently. Started this movie at 10 o'clock at night, watched the entire movie, and it's over 3 hours long.
That's what's kept me from watching it, is the runtime.
It did not feel like 3 hours. It is a blast. It is over the top in the most, in the best way possible, is all I could say. Now you'll watch it and you'll go, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. But it's one of those movies that's just, you have to accept that all the bad shit is what's making it so great. And it's absolutely worth watching. That's all I'll say about it. And Smile.
You're going to die. You're going to die.
Oh, interesting.
Went into that one expecting kind of a generic, horror movie, and walked out pretty impressed with it. So I would say if you're interested in, or if you've been thinking about watching it, but you're like, I say it's worth giving it a watch.
A couple surprises for me. I watched the movie Fresh with Sebastian Stan.
What's going on?
I'm going to tell you, but you're going to freak out.
About that one?
Yeah, that was, you're thinking it's just a whatever movie, dude, but Sebastian Stan brings it. He's not Winter Soldier. It's a good movie. I don't want to give too much, but there's some great practical effects in there with some body horror type stuff. I guess you want to call it that. I don't know if either one of y'all watched it, but
I've seen it. It's actually in my honorable mentions.
It's a straight girl's fantasy come true, right?
I was actually surprised by Top Gun too. I actually enjoyed watching it. Didn't think I would, because we've had a talk about Tom Cruise being a douchebag, but I didn't care for him. Miles Teller does a great job in this movie because it's kind of emotional with what he goes through with his dad being Goose.
My dad believed in you. I'm not going to make the same mistake.
Another one, This Is Gore, the documentary.
Ooh.
Great watch.
Barbarian interplanetary warriors who play heavy metal music and shoot various bodily fluids all over the audience.
I was curious about that one. Yeah.
On Shudder, dude. If you're a music fan and you know anything about gore, sit down and give this a watch. You will enjoy the out of it.
I watched it over like 3 sittings because, again, for a documentary, it's long.
It's a very long documentary. You will find out that everybody has been in gore.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear that the Gore doc is really long.
Final Clerks 3. I was disappointed with Clerks 2. I enjoyed the fuck out of Clerks 3.
Really? I haven't gotten to Clerks 3 yet.
You're going to cry. If you
I have to watch it. It's the only Kevin Smith I haven't seen. So,
dude, if you're anything attached to Kevin Smith films, you will cry.
Actually, that's not true. I didn't watch the what was it with the tiny sausage men.
Yoga Hosers.
Yoga Hosers. I didn't watch Yoga
I've seen
Hosers.
that one too. Yeah.
I fucking love Yoga Hosers, dude.
It's hilarious.
All right. Maybe one day. I don't know.
It's really stupid.
Yeah, no shit. No shit, it's stupid.
But I love it. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, those are my 4 surprises real quick. Go ahead, Eric. What you got?
Oh, let's see. I don't have a ton of surprises. I thought Texas Chainsaw Massacre was a bit of a surprise. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies was kind of more fun than I expected. Orphan First Kill was pretty fun. I actually hadn't seen Orphan. It had been spoiled for me, which is why I never watched it. I knew what the twist was. I figured, what's the point? But I kept hearing, a couple things that a couple of people that I had respected were, saying, "Oh, that's pretty good." One day I was sitting around, threw it on, and it was a fun.
I haven't watched it yet, so
yeah, go for it. It's pretty cool, and they take the concept and they kind of do something a little different with it. So knowing the twist or whatever, knowing whatever from the first movie will not you know, they still do something interesting.
That's what I was
with the
most
concept.
impressed with about the movie is how they were able to, you know exactly what you're getting going into that movie. How can they turn it? And they actually do it pretty well.
They do. They have a pretty cool idea, and it's worth the next movie. You know, I think some movies do sequels and they don't really have anything to build on much.
Yeah.
As far as a concept goes. So this one actually does have a concept, and I think it's worth watching for sure.
Hey, Josh, what are some movies that you forgot you watched?
Funny you should say that. The Adam Project with Ryan Reynolds.
Dude, it's on my list. I totally forgot about this movie too until I looked it up.
I think I watched that and Free Guy like in the same weekend or something.
Ugh. No thanks.
Both of them ran together, and I was going through the list of what came out this year, and I was like, holy shit, I did watch that.
Oof.
And that's the case with a couple of these movies. One of them that I watched was I Want You Back. It's got Charlie Day and Jenny Slate in it, and I love both of them. It's like a romantic comedy, and as I was going through the list, I was like, holy shit, I did watch that, but I couldn't tell you what happened in it. But I do remember that I watched it.
Have you ever seen, just totally off topic, but have you ever seen Obvious Child?
Just watched it a couple of months ago, probably.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
I liked it a lot. I love Jenny Slate, and she'll be coming up again later for me.
She's funny. She is legit funny, and that Obvious Child is a good movie for sure.
What's something you forgot that you watched this past year, Eric?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, all my good forgotten ones are on my worst list, so. I didn't watch a ton. I should say I didn't say this yet, but I didn't watch a ton of films from this year. Like between this podcast and just whatever. Like I watched some, but you know the top 4, the bottom 4, whatever. It's a pretty small batch that I'm picking from.
Okay.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, then I'll throw it here. I mean, not that I didn't like them. It's just I literally forgot I watched them this year. I thought maybe it was last year or something.
Yeah.
The Northman. I totally forgot I watched that this year. I was like, when Josh told me, he said, "Dude, just go back to your list. You're gonna find all kinds of shit you forgot about." And I'm like,
"Oh yeah,
the Adam Project." I said, "The Northman came. I thought I watched that last year."
I told
That's
Eric,
how long ago.
I told Eric the exact same thing when we were discussing what we were going to do. I was like, dude, just go back and look through the movies. I guarantee you've seen more than you think you have.
I did for sure, Josh. I found a variety of movies that I'd forgotten about, so that was fun.
Another one was the new Elvis movie. I forgot. I sat in bed one night and watched that with Tom Hanks in it.
I don't want to know about you in bed watching a movie about Elvis. Like it doesn't sound like something I want to hear about.
And Tom Hanks is Elvis?
Yeah. No. But he does. Tom Hanks does a good job in that movie playing Colonel Tom Parker, the Elvis's manager. He does. He plays a sleazy guy really well because that's kind of how he is.
He plays a really good band manager in this movie called That Thing You Do.
Oh, great!
Never heard of it. Listen,
hey, Mr. White, I quit.
Why do I have to watch this movie? Movies about like the music industry where people are like, oh, there's a guy from the fucking record company and there's this guy. I don't give a shit.
From now on, you boys will just be simply the Wonders.
As in, I wonder what happened to the Oneaters?
That's right.
I never have. I've watched a bunch of them. It's never interesting to me. I don't know if it's because I'm not a musician or what. I don't
love
care.
Anything to do. I even like movies about musicians I don't even care about.
I love music.
I dig music. I'm on drugs!
I'm a huge music buff, but I don't play music and I don't care about music films.
That's kind of like me with sports, football movies. I love soccer movies, baseball movies. Like, give me all the movies. I don't give 2 shits about the sport. Fuck the sport.
That's funny because I don't even really like sports movies that much.
Shoot, God, I don't know you, Eric.
There's a handful I like, but honestly, like they're not my favorite genre or anything. I like we've gotten into this, but I like more baseball movies than I do football movies. That's I think for everybody though, right? Baseball movies are the best sports movies. No. What's the best sports movie? Better than baseball movie?
Big Lebowski.
That's not a sports movie.
It's a bowling movie, dude.
It's a movie about bowling.
No. It's not. It's not about bowling.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Well, my last forgotten movie that I watched this year was Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh,
Totally forgot I'd watched that this year because it's kind of forgettable. I love Jurassic Park and some of the Jurassic World movie. It is better than the second one. I just totally forgot I watched that this year.
I avoid a lot of movies like that, and that's why I don't have a great list of like bad movies from 2022, because I mostly watch movies that everyone's saying are good.
Yeah.
I don't watch movies that people are like, this is garbage. I just skip them. I don't watch a lot of new movies. Well,
that's the thing, as a society, like we've gotten into this groove of the pop culture movies, like people having to have seen those movies. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not like, why do we have to go see Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Dominion? Like everybody has to go see them because they love Jurassic Park. It's just kind of silly. Like,
that's the whole franchise thing.
Yeah.
People want to complete it. They don't want to miss. And I'm the same way. I've seen every Marvel.
Why do we go see
movie,
Halloween Ends?
Right. We want. Yeah.
We already kind of had a feeling it might not be good.
It's about the franchise these days.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I got a few movies that I missed that I want to talk about real quick before we get to the bottom four. I didn't get to see The Fallout, which is a movie with Jenna Ortega that everybody was talking about. I haven't found time to watch that. Moonfall, everybody says is terrible, but I kind of want to watch it. Kimmy, the Steven Soderbergh movie, I didn't get to see that, and I'm a big Soderbergh fan. Dog with Channing Tatum, I would have liked to watch that just because I like dogs. After Yang, I did want to see Lightyear, but now I'm probably going to push that down the list.
Me and Eric ruined it for him.
And I'm actually going to see this weekend, but when we recorded this episode, I haven't seen it yet. Violent Night comes out this weekend, and I want to see that.
I started the whole damn thing.
Well, of movies we missed, we've already talked about one of them, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. I haven't seen it yet.
It's not worth the hype. You don't have to watch it.
Yeah, don't believe the hype.
Go in with low expectations. You'll have a great time.
I did not see that one. I'm going to see it. I haven't seen Nope yet. Going to watch that. Josh tried to get me to watch it today before we started the episode, but the headache said no, we're going to sleep. And Crimes of the Future, the Cronenberg movie, I haven't seen that yet either, and I want to watch it because it's Cronenberg. That's all I have that I missed. I mean, I got a few movies I still want to see.
Yeah, there's a couple movies that aren't out yet. The Whale.
Yes, that's on my list.
Avatar: The Way of Water.
Don't give two shits about seeing that.
I'm not a big Avatar nut, but it's worth mentioning that it's going to come out this year.
I mean, I will see it because I'm that guy that goes to the theater and sees the shit because you're supposed to go see it. But I don't give two shits about it.
You got to go, okay, what's James Cameron going to do here? Do you want to underestimate this guy? I don't know that you do. I also have Scream, which I haven't seen. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, I haven't seen, which I want to see. Fall, Terrifier 2, Amsterdam, Weird, the Al Yankovic Story are all ones I want to see.
That's part of the reason why I watched UHF for the first time this year, is because
congratulations.
You enjoyed it, didn't you?
I will say,
hell yeah, dude.
When I started it, I was like, this is not very good. But as it went on,
Sometimes you just have to take what life gives you, because life is like a mop.
And being a part of the YouTube culture now,
Yes.
I was like, this movie's just about fucking YouTube, except back in 1987 or whatever
Right,
it is.
yeah. Thinking about pre-YouTube,
Yeah.
small television stations with people.
Just people doing whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah, making shit up. Yeah.
Secrets of the universe.
Like we live in a world where Wayne's World is a thing. Like it's fucking
That's
Wayne's
what
World
we're
right
doing
Yes.
right now.
Yeah. Yeah. No, UHF is great. That's one I watched. I was a big Weird Al fan as a kid. I mean, we're talking like young kid, like 10, 11 years old. Really liked Weird Al.
Yeah.
Watched that movie many times since I was a kid. And it's great. It's endearing. The underdog story and all that kind of stuff. It's great. It's a good movie. For sure.
Some movies I still want to see. Josh just mentioned one. I want to watch Violent Night. It's not out yet. David Harbour playing Santa Claus.
That looks fun.
Looks great. Still want to see Smile.
I haven't seen that yet either. Yeah.
It looks creepy, kind of has that It Follows vibe look to me. I know it may be totally different, but that's good. I want it to be different.
Actually, I'll probably throw Doctor Strange under disappointments too while we're at it. It was okay.
Just out of nowhere.
Can I just throw like Phase 4 under disappointments?
I kind of agree. I mean, while I am enjoying some of the stuff that's come out of it, it's definitely a disappointment.
Not to open that can of worms.
Wasn't No Way Home part of Phase 4?
No Way Home wasn't all that great either, honestly.
I will smack the dog shit
outside
out
of the
you.
Gimmick of getting to see those things.
That's what makes it. That's it.
Eric's full of hot takes tonight. Have you noticed that?
Oh God.
All right.
But since we're in the dumps about everything, Eric, why won't we just talk about our 4 shittiest movies of the fucking year?
All right, I'm ready.
Josh.
All right, I'm just going to rattle them off real fast because we've actually talked about most of them. Jurassic World Dominion.
That is one big pile of shit.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Leatherface.
Whoa!
Did not like it. Did not fucking like it at all.
Damn.
Jackass, the new one, Jackass 4, whatever it's called, it was disappointing. It wasn't
Never
even.
saw
It was just bad. Like, I'm sorry. I loved Jackass.
I love Jackass when it was CKY.
Yeah, like the CKY
That's how
stuff
long
was where it was at.
CKY was really good.
But he's gonna have to call you back. Come on, man.
I don't know. Just like watching the new Jackass movie just made me go. I think the shtick is up. Like it wasn't.
It's old.
It wasn't very entertaining. And my number one piece of crap that I watched this year, Scream.
You ready for this?
Whoa! That's one of my disappointments.
I mean, that's why. Like you talk about walking into that movie with high. Like I don't know if I had high expectations, but I was like, I'm excited to see a new Scream movie, and now that someone's taking it over, like a fresh take.
Something about this one just feels different.
It just did not connect with me. I thought a lot of the shit that happened in it did not make any sense, and it just wasn't made for me, I guess. But
let me tell you, I've never walked into a Scream movie with high expectations. Not a single one.
I walked into the first one with high expectations. I needed a new horror movie at that point. The 90s were kind of dead there right there for a minute.
Of course, they're roping me in, bringing Hayden Panettiere back because she was my favorite part of Scream 4. So, of course, now I'm going to have to see what they do with her. I'll probably be disappointed by that as well. But
probably.
Walked in with low standards, Josh. That's all you got to do, man.
That was going to the theater this year, walking out of a movie. That was the one that I walked out of that I was like, this did not work for me on any level.
A lot of the movies I watched this year were movies that I heard were good. So I could have watched a lot more shit this year. I feel like I was very selective about what I watched. So I don't put too much, weight on my bottom 4 here. But number 4 is The Princess.
But these guys with the wrong princess.
Joey King. It's kind of, it went directly to Hulu. It's a little action film. It's actually kind of fun, but not great.
Okay.
Just, when I'm looking at the list of 2022 films, it just had to go on there. It just wasn't great. Bullet Train, number 3, just chaotic and just kind of, we've already mentioned Film Junk in this, but when they reviewed it, one of the guys said it was obnoxious, and that was the perfect word. I can't get any better. It was obnoxious. Sorry. Number 2 is Ambulance. Curious to see what Michael Bay was going to do with that. It looked like it might reach back into something cool. No, it sucked. And then my number 1 worst movie, my wife made me watch it, Lost City. It's a modern take on Romancing the Stone. Just watch Romancing the Stone. This movie is basically that movie, except not as good.
My bottom 4, I don't really have them in any order, but I'm just going around top to bottom. I know I think my number 1 might be, but I'm gonna go Sonic 2.
Ooh,
boring.
See, I don't watch garbage like that.
Well,
so
see, that's stuff that I turn on when I'm doing notes to do the movies.
See,
when I'm
if
writing
I put a movie on,
notes.
it's because I'm like gonna be zeroed in onto it, start to finish.
Yeah.
I don't put things on in the background, so like I don't get chances to watch like real, coin flip movies like that.
Literally, it's a coin
Yeah.
flip. Yeah. Ding 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 ding. But Sonic 2, boring. Super Pets, Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. I'm over Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. I'm over it.
Enough is enough. Yeah.
We're starting to learn the kind of garbage Jason watches in his spare time.
This is literally shit that I turn on. Like I said,
we're trying to get him to watch Pearl or to finish Pearl, and he's watching this bullshit.
No, but dude, this all came out way before Pearl did.
Yes, it's an example, when we're trying to get you to watch good stuff.
Dude, it's just I like to watch shit that you don't have to think about every now and then. That's what I'm saying. I don't want it to. But my other one, Day Shift, Jamie Foxx's vampire hunter movie.
Fuck's sake.
Dude.
Fuck's sake.
Snoop Dogg as a cowboy does not work. Leave the man alone. That shit was horrible. But my number one shitty movie, The Lost City of Sandra Bullock. That movie was fun. Brad Pitt could not save that movie.
Loretta Sage, getting you out of here.
Why are you so handsome?
My dad was a weatherman.
Hey, whoa, she doesn't need saving in there.
Okay.
What are you doing in there?
He could not. He could save Sandra Bullock, but he could not save this movie. So
I forgot he was in it. Spoiler.
Everybody can talk. I mean, I love me some Sandra Bullock, but I was just like, this is fucking horrible.
I think Sandra Bullock is overrated by a lot. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but also it just reminded me that she shows up in Bullet Train.
Yeah.
Spoiler again. But yeah, they both showed up in each other's shitty movies this year. So
wow. Yeah, not a great movie. That's funny. When you said that, I was holding it back. I said, I want Eric's talking about my other shitty movies, but he's agreeing with me of my shittiest movie I took the time to watch.
Yeah,
that's crap. My bottom four.
Honestly, as bad as it was, though, it wasn't so terrible. Like I said, I'm sure some of these other movies were worse, but that one, whatever.
Jenny said she watched it on the plane back from Italy, and she said it was fun, but I haven't.
Yeah, it's fun and dumb, but it's, again, just watch Romancing the Stone, and you'll be much better off.
I mean, I have a very soft spot in my heart for Romancing the Stone, so
that's who I do. I've
mentioned
Josh on the podcast.
Yeah,
one of my first VHS memories.
Yeah.
So that one, I definitely love that movie. I watched it many times.